Welcome, my beautiful souls, and welcome to the Rambling Psychic Podcast. So, today I really wanted to do a podcast about you. My thank you for just your participation on my channel, being part of my soul family. So, I've been on YouTube now for almost, I think, 10 years. And I want to say that I've been noticing a lot of things lately. And one of the things I really have been noticing is your spiritual growth has been simply amazing. For those who've been with me for a while, and it doesn't even have to be for the whole 10 years. But if you can recall some of the earlier readings, we used to get the Eight of Swords, which is a self-created prison, and the Nine of Swords, which is a lot of worry. But really, it's unnecessary worry. That's the meaning of the card. We used to get them constantly. And I have to say, I very seldom see them now. And that's your growth, baby. And I am so proud of you and us. I feel like we have been growing leaps and bounds. And many of you have become what I would call the master teacher, the empress, the wise ones. And I also love how you help our newest members find their way through your own experiences. Now, that's what I call a soul's purpose. Simple acts of kindness. A simple comment to someone that is struggling with something that you've been through. And I know you already do this. And I don't know, I just feel so proud of all of you. Even in love. So many are now seeing, and I think this is a good thing to talk about, because a lot of you, because you're raising your own vibration, naturally those with lower vibrations, situations of a lower vibration, naturally want to fade away. And in the beginning, it can be difficult to allow it to fade away. But once you start to really understand why, many of you are on this beautiful spiritual journey, as am I. And we're really doing it together. So I love that. But I feel like, again, with love, it's like, maybe... Well, I know many of you have waited for someone, waited for someone to reply, or, they go silent on you. And I feel less and less of you are accepting that. I feel sometimes people just don't know how to deal with those of us who choose to live in a higher vibrational energy. And, that's their choice. I feel like everyone has the same opportunities to really grow spiritually. That's really what it's about. We're growing spiritually, leaps and bounds. And even new members who are coming along, again, with you helping, I can, just through the comments alone, but I feel it. They're taking your words on, and I feel like they're making better choices for themselves. It's almost like they don't have to go through, let's just say the bullshit that we've gone through. Now, because many of your vibrations are of a much higher dimension, so will love be. So, okay, some love has to fade away, and again, our humanist tends to want to pull it back in. But if we let it go, let it be, and, just be open, that's what I would say. Just be open. If you want to put intentions out there, I would tell Divine that, I'm looking for someone who's very stable, loyal, committed, loving, spiritual, maybe. You know what I mean? Like, those are the type of words I would use versus like brown hair and brown eyes, or you know what I mean? Like, I want someone of a high vibration, but we now know that we must match that vibration. So we must be what it is that we are trying to call in. But many of you are already there. And, this podcast is really a thank you. But also, I want you to really notice how you have grown through the years. And I'm not taking credit for it. It's our spirit guides. But you didn't have to listen, right? You didn't have to raise your vibration. You chose to. And I feel like there are definitely blessings for that. Like good rewards, good karma. You're creating good karma. So I don't want to make this too long, but I just want you to know how much I value you. You are my soul family, each and every one of you. I know that. I feel it. My guides definitely allow me to feel it. And when I'm doing a reading, like, I am thinking about all of you. And some people may say, well, how could you possibly be doing that? Well, I put it in my guides' hands to connect to your guides. And that's why I feel, and many of you know this now, that sometimes you're intuitively guided to a reading that is not your sign, but yet something calls you to it and you watch it and it's like everything you needed to hear. Wow. That's why I include that in my intro now. Many of you are intuitively guided. I think that's a beautiful thing. I really do. So I just wanted to remind you of the growth that you've had. The higher we raise our vibration as a collective can only help this, I don't know, like worn world. We got to fill it with love. We got to fill it with light. And, and I also feel like for those who say that they've had a spiritual awakening, then you must face the truth, and I'll leave that up to you, but, the truth, because that's what a spiritual awakening, the major component is, you live within the truth. But I know many of you have had spiritual awakenings, and I, even in love, like, I see more and more of you really connecting with soulmate energy, and trusting in divine timing. So I could go on and on and on. I'm just so proud of all of you. I love you all so much. I couldn't imagine doing anything else. And I thank you for the love that you give me back. I feel it every day. I feel it, and I am so grateful for it. I love this channel. I truly love this channel. It's not profitable. It's hard to make it as a living, that type of energy, but the payback is your growth. That's the payback for me. That's the reward. So again, I want you to just congratulate yourself on the growth that you've had. And remember, like a soul's purpose, simple acts of kindness. And this is what you do every day. So I love you guys. I thank you just for being part of my channel. I know you have a million options out there. So thank you for making me part of your soul family. I love you guys. I will see you soon. The next podcast, we're going to pick back up on sign compatibility, which I've been finding very interesting. I really love this podcast. You guys tell me what you think, though, because that's what really matters. But anyways, I just want to again say how proud I am. I love each and every one of you, and I thank you for your time, truly. Let's just keep on growing. Let's keep on growing, and let's help those who are back where we were. Love you guys. I will see you soon in, I forget what sign, but I'll see you soon. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.